All right, I guess I'm gonna start talking because I have a hard cutoff at 1 p.m. Eastern time, which is an hour from now. My day job gets in the way with meetings. Ron was fortunate, fortunate's not the right word, nice enough to step in and help co-host with me for a little bit on last minute notice. He pinged me 10 minutes. He responded to me 10 minutes ahead of time before this space started because Rashad, sadly, we'll miss him, is unavailable. He has a conflict with his day job as well. So, hey Ron, welcome. How have you been?
I've been all right. Same old, just getting by and waiting for fucking price to go up.
It I mean, I, I feel like we say this every week, but it feels like it's coming. Everything's coming, moving in the right direction. ETH bounced off 4K today. I think it's still hovering right around 4K. That's a good sign. The Ripple lawsuit closed out against the SEC. Ripple lawsuit's done and over with. I think they had to pay like $125 million fine, but whatever, it's done. It's in the past. Um, so
Yeah,
it feels like everything's shifting in the right direction. Hey, last week the market, I think it was last week or the week before, markets absolutely puked because of the U.S. jobs report.
yep,
But the silver lining in that is expectations are next month in September the Fed will be forced to cut rates. So that's needed to inject liquidity back into the markets.
100%. And kind of in terms of Alp, one thing that kind of keeps me going is realizing that when we hit $4, that was two network upgrades ago. So the
Yep.
chain is better than it was then, right? That's that kind of proves how irrational this market is, right? Like, do people even care about tech then? Because the tech's way better than it was whenever the price went up to $4.
Well, if you want to touch on Elf, I totally agree with you. And not only two network upgrades ago, but now we have a lending protocol in ABX. We have Aura that's coming soon. That's a very exciting, going to drive a lot of usage on the network, I fully expect. By the way, I guess you're here. How's Aura going? Anything? Is it just plugging away at Hayden's deving and you guys are still working away? Are we close to testnet? What do you think?
The next version of testnet, we're probably about 90% done. So um, I don't really want to give it time, but I would say it's a matter of weeks. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Cool. 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 Um, and then, oh, by the way, the Elf team has stepped up their game with teasing us. So I'm seeing flywheels and mega teases from the team, and yeah, it's supposedly it's centered around basically adoption. Which to me, and I have no idea by the way, so don't take this as I have any idea what's coming, but to me, what it means is it's less of a tech upgrade because that's what Danube was in Le Mans and the previous upgrades before this. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what they're about to roll out. And then today, by the way, they also their main tweet today was Squires. And what Squires essentially is from looking at it is it's the replacement for the ambassador program, um, where I believe anybody can participate and you basically earn rewards. Uh, and as you earn rewards at the end of the month, the top people become guardians and the guardians get compensation and yeah, if you fall off from 1 month to the next month, but then come back the third month, like it's a revolving door based on your monthly participation and engagement within the community. So that sounds like an exciting program. We tried to see if Ratko could come on and speak about it for a few minutes, but he's dealing with a cold and he can't. But we're gonna make sure we get him up here either next week or the following week in the coming weeks. I'm not sure exactly when. to talk about that as well. But I think that actually, when we get into Learnify later, I think that'll actually synergize very well with what Learnify is doing. So I think that's exciting. There's a lot of good news coming up within Alephium. It's yeah, the price action's been brutal, but everything's moving forward with the chain, and it's just looking positive in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. The team is still very much active, very active, might say. And this roadmap is supposed to be coming out soon, right? There's this post network up post Danube roadmap, right?
Yeah, I see a progress bar loading on their. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
was just scrolling through it. They really like to tease us, don't they?
uh-huh. See, let's see if I can speculate live with you guys. I'm going to their page. I see a progress bar. Final boss teasing mode. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. 7 days of teasing, I think, is what I'm if I'm reading into this right, where they're checking the boxes, and we're on day three. So hopefully next week we get to see what it is. I'm not sure, but that's the hope. I tried, by the way. I tried to ping the core team. I'm like, hey guys, release it before our space today. It'll give us a lot to talk about. They're like, no. So it didn't work. It didn't work.
Yeah, well, that sucks because it would have been really awesome to talk about here, but whatever. We got Learnify here, and that'll be just as good.
Yep.
Hi guys.
What's
Hey,
up?
how you doing?
Yeah, very good, very good. Was listening carefully what you're saying, guys. It's really interesting, really interesting. And I was looking into Aura market doc. So yeah, really, really nice that.
So, so do you want to introduce yourself? Who are you? How did you find Alephium? Just let's start
Yeah.
with that. Who are you, and how long have you been around, and how did you find Alephium?
Well, nice to meet you guys. My name is Thibaut. I come from France. I met one of Alephium team during conferences here. We got friendly together, and he told me more about Alephium than I did myself. I am now a proud holder of of Alephium. I've been in the space since like 2017. Been doing some crypto stuff like you guys are doing, mostly losing money the last 7 years. But yeah, yeah, it was a really nice ride. Building some, I built some dApps. Now Learnify is our yeah, big project that we want to push. So it's like a learn and earn platform on mobile. So yeah.
Yeah, I actually real quick before I jump into Learnify, I wanted to bring up one more thing that the DAO is working on, and I just wanted to address a few things around it, specifically around the DAO slash communities Telegram, Discord channel, and thread, and what we're trying to do. I wanted to explain that it's there. It's there for the community to. So a couple things. The DAO is trying to be, in general, more transparent, more open. This is how we think. This is how we work. This is what we're doing. We have a monthly transparency report. Our first one went out a couple weeks ago. Everything is on there. The only category that's a little bit vague is the basically the marketing one, to where in the marketing one could be anything from media articles to sponsoring a YouTube video or a Twitter thread post, etc. And the reason being is because we feel it's an advantage to not make that public, because the intricacies that go into negotiating with different KOL people, and it would ultimately, we believe, harm us when talking to these people if everybody knew how much everybody got. And I assure you, it's a range and it's a battle to negotiate with these people, and it's the worst thing in the world, and I hate it. So I don't do it all that much. Other people in the DAO do. Um, but anyway, the communities channel is meant for you guys to engage and to just be productive, be a part of the ecosystem. So please join it. Please participate. My last comment would be, in the last 2 or 3 days, there have been a couple voices in the community that I feel like, and Ron, feel free, man. Give your objective feedback if I say anything wrong here, but I feel like it was just unproductive and not helpful. We are all for having criticism and valid thoughts and feedback thrown at us. That is fine. We will engage. We will address it. And if we reflect on it and we agree with you, then we will change or try to change. But when it comes to just throwing blind insults and just pure negativity at us that is non-value add, that really is just baseless, we have to find a way to smash that, because again, it's just not productive. So we're doing this trial to see if we can do it and if it can add value to the overall Alephium ecosystem. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. I don't know, Ron, if I said anything out of line there, or if you disagree
No,
with anything I said, but yeah.
no, you're good. You're completely fine. And everyone should know that I'm in no shape or form a member of the DAO. Never have been, probably never will be. We have helped each other out from time to time throughout the years here, but I've always been a big fan of your guys. And, you know, I think that the bear market and price just brings the worst out of people, and I've seen it a lot of times. So, maybe the next time that someone's a little bit upset, maybe you should wonder, am I just upset about price or am I really mad at these people? So yeah, keep that in mind. But we can move on.
Yep, agreed. Don't need to dwell on that. Just wanted to point it out. Please come, please participate, engage with us. Much appreciated. All right, back to Learnify. So I logged onto the platform. I created an account. My understanding of it is it's supposed to be a fun, interactive way to actually learn about Alephium, its technology, and it's kind of like a puzzle. Is that where you have quests, not quests, but you get rewards, right? You get rewards
Yeah,
based on completing tasks, and is that more or less how it works?
yeah, that's actually how it works. At first, we wanted to like help people understand why Bitcoin, maybe like the origin of Bitcoin, the banks, the economy. It's all really messy if you start to dig by yourself, right? If you have a friend that wants to learn Bitcoin but that doesn't know anything, so where did you start? So is it the banks? Is it the economy? Is it the inflation? Is it okay? Is it the tech? So we wanted to offer a place where people can learn, okay, from scratch. And then we added a partnership with layers and dApps to help their community and ours to understand more like the advantages, the technology behind it and how to use it and to promote it and to help like doing more stuff with the tech they have in front of them. So yeah, basically helping users, teaching them how to use, and learning in a fun way. So yeah, that's the first phase of Learnify.
Well, I have a quick question. Do you guys have any kind of metrics about how many users you're getting? Maybe like a monthly active users or some kind of website traffic metric? I'm really interested to know.
Yeah, we track of course we track it internally. Right now we are like 4 to 5,000 weekly users. So by monthly it's not like additional, but yeah, it's around 8 to 10,000 users monthly, and it was help a lot with thanks to Alephium community. So yeah, but really nice first steps for us. So yeah,
So
really great.
Is Learnify a new platform, or has it been around for a while? And what is new is integrating Alephium into it.
Yeah. We started building it on the side, and how it was our first like really ambitious project in terms of development. We didn't like had all the skills to make it grow, but the last few months, so this year, we started to get more deeply focused on Learnify. Now it's like a full-time job for me and for my dev CTO and co-founder associate. So it's not new, but it's something we are taking really seriously the last few months. So yeah.
I think it's got a lot of potential, especially with. I'm very curious to hear more about what the core team I assume, by the way, the incentives that come from Learnify, is that sponsored or funded by the team? Is that where the revenue comes from? Or not even the revenue, the rewards that are given out by it?
At first, we funded ourselves the incentives, but then Alephium proposed to give us a grant to distribute to users. So now we are distributing Aleph tokens to users. Yeah. So
Okay.
you have a mix of in-app rewards and then on-chain rewards.
Got it. I mean, it makes sense because ultimately it benefits the Alephium community, Alephium ecosystem core team, if people actually understand the tech and know how to actually talk about it accurately. So, and what I would also add is I'm very excited for Ratco to speak with us and to explain the full vision that he and the core team have with Squires and basically the new ambassador program. And I would really think for people that want to participate in that side of the in that specific initiative, this would be a massive benefit to them because what the team is looking for with Squires is quality over quantity. So I mean they want both, but if you do quantity, make sure it's with quality. So yeah, I'm excited for. I mean, I'm gonna do it. I'm definitely gonna do it because I'm curious just to see if if you guys were able to break down Alephium's tech in a way that is easier to consume than reading Ching's white paper, for example.
Yes,
So
That's my hope.
that's the goal, because if you want to share knowledge and your excitement about Alephium to someone, it can start obviously by the white paper, but it's not really user friendly. We try to create bite-sized content with incentive and a lot of dopamine hit to make people excited to learn about tech, because we have, like, for now we have three courses on Alephium. So a more basic one for beginners, a more technical one. So we are going into the depth of technical on Alephium, and then we have a special courses on your UTXO model. So yeah, the goal is to be really easy to understand and not like, okay, it's tech, I don't want to learn, but yeah, you need to learn because you have rewards. So you need just need to hit your to hit your head and get to understand.
Oh, great, great. No, it's I love the plan and the vision behind this. What what is your, I guess, your future vision with Learnify? Do you think you'll actually, I have a question. Do you think you're going to incorporate, like, say, for example, ALPH says, "Hey, our lending protocol, it's confusing, and we want to offer a course on our platform for people to learn about how to best utilize ALPH, and we'll sponsor rewards in our native token." Are you gonna allow that? Like, or I guess, what's your future vision
Yeah,
of Learnify?
that's actually what we want to push in the next weeks. That's why I followed Ron and his project Aura Markets. We really want to, like, work with dApps on Alephium and create courses on them, make people understand. We want to like replace all the tutorial stuff, more articles, threads. Okay, if you want your users to understand, just share the link on the of the courses, and then they will understand by themselves. So yeah, that's the goal. And then on the future vision. So right now, the only on-chain feature Learnify has is obviously earning tokens, but we want to integrate like on-chain credential. So that's the next step for us. So like a living SBT of your knowledge, and we have multiple use cases for this. Maybe for the DAO to authenticate who knows what. Maybe for builders to be better and yeah, to improve the onboarding of new builders on the chain, for users, for community. So yeah, we have multiple use cases for this.
Well, this is actually could serve a kind of really important role along the lines of like what Ryan was saying with Alf Banks is for new projects that are about to launch, right? Because the only other way to learn is either wait for them to launch the platform or read their docs, and sometimes reading docs is just boring, right? So,
Yeah.
you send them to a platform like this, and then maybe the reward could be some of the token that they plan on doing a sale with, right? And that'll give the user some kind of incentive to actually learn about the platform. I think that would have been nice with Alf Banks because that is such a advanced project that I still haven't fully wrapped my head around how all of it works and like how exactly to use it all. So for sure.
Yeah, another angle that community dApps could follow too is Learnify is essentially a way to market your dApp as well to
Yeah.
some extent, right? If the Squires people are going to be on there, if people want to learn about Alephium, it's another way for people to just to find more content. So even if your dApp is uh, pretty intuitive and user friendly, I still think it could be an effective way. The more places that you're visible, the more eyes you attract. So I do think everybody should consider when this is available and when you can, just having a presence on there. And oh, by the way, presence protocol, we will at the end of this have the opportunity for you to mint your presence. I'll share the password. And as a reminder, we give out just a small amount of ecosystem tokens. Yeah, ecosystem tokens. I don't know what this week's going to be, but anyway, it'll be a surprise. And I'll
Well,
share the password towards the end.
what's up, Rashad?
Hey, what's up, guys? I'll be minting my presence. So I'm on the road, traveling, and I've been listening to this space, and I love what Learnify is doing. I mean, I like the idea of gamifying things. I think everything from fitness, to whatever is being gamified. It's just a way to get people involved. So
Mm.
letting people learn dApps through kind of mini games, mini quests, gamifying that whole process, I think is a really, really interesting idea because if you look at it, that's how traditional apps on your phone get you to stay involved.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's actually the future.
if you look at Coinbase had like a learn to earn program for a while, and I know more about some random chains that they paid me $3 for just because I read a couple pages than I would have ever known. And so whenever I came to Learnify, I thought it was going to kind of be like Coinbase. Then I opened it up and I was like, wait a second, this isn't just free money, right? This is more like a Duolingo course. The amount of stuff you have to go through, right, to get
Yeah.
paid.
Mm.
So
So
it's
Duolingo did a great job of gamifying their app. Is like you always get the sad owl if you break a streak. So they do a really good job. But the Coinbase example is actually quite
Mm.
spot on because I know so many normies who got involved last cycle and then they would know very little about the big coins, but some random coin you could get $5 if you completed like 3 questions. They would know more about that. So I
yeah.
think I think Learnify is just taking that to the next step, teaching people how to use dApps and rewarding them. Because if you reward people, people need incentives, right? Users need incentives. They'll use your DApp if you have incentives. And Learnify seems to be on the right track with that.
Yeah, also, yeah, very good comment on this. Yeah, we actually looked into Coinbase Earn. Like I don't remember when it was launched, like maybe 7 to 8 years. I don't remember. We thought, okay, this feature is cool, but yeah, we need to build an app around this feature because it was really easy, really fast. So we wanted to build something bigger around it. But Joligo is a great example, but our tech is like more modular, so we can do more things. With the idea of gamification in learning. So yeah.
So I have a quick question. Do you guys have a mobile app, or are you planning on making one?
Yeah. Okay. So for now, we only have a web app because it was easier to launch
Of
and to
course,
test.
for sure.
But yeah, it's in the process of being launched right now. So the CTO is working on this. So yeah, as
That's
soon as possible, we'll launch both Android and iOS.
that's huge. Awesome. I'm happy to hear that.
Is there any mechanisms, by the way, to prevent what are there, or are there any mechanisms
Yeah.
to prevent farmers from just
Yeah.
Yeah,
clicking on the
Yeah.
link and earning rewards?
Yeah, we have. That's how we are differentiated ourselves from layer3.xyz or Quest10, other dApp like this. So yeah, actually, it's a lot of work, but we have like algorithm that detects fingerprints from users, and we can exclude them from taking rewards. So before launching this feature, this internal feature, we had like 80% of the rewards claimed by bots. Now it's less than 10%. So for now, it's working.
Great. Yeah. I mean, it's important that you guys thought of that because, like you said, if you don't think of that, you're going to have bots taking most of the reward. So this fingerprint feature is great because it's going to reward people who actually take the time and effort to use your DApp.
yeah. And I was going to ask something similar. I'm actually clicking through the website right now, and I see similar to Duolingo, they have like a heart system. So if I just click through all the content and then just spam the questions, I'm gonna get them wrong, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose hearts. And then if I keep getting stuff wrong, I can't do any more stuff, right?
Mm.
Because I have to pay
Yeah.
hearts to start my quizzes.
Actually, for now, the heart, the energy is free, but you have like free energy every 4 hours. So yeah.
There you go. Well, so along those lines, here's what I was gonna ask. And this is just very obvious. In crypto, there's a big problem with obviously people who just want paid, right? Farmers, Jeets, sirs, whatever you want to call them, right?
Mm.
I remember in multiple projects, the minute that I make any kind of announcement that I'm willing to give tokens for anything, whether it be threads or anything, I get spammed with people that I've never seen before anywhere, and it almost seems like it's coordinated, right? So like I don't know, I just kind of want to hear your comments about that, right? Because
Mm.
um mm, yeah, I don't know. I speak freely.
Okay, for now, it's really interesting because we are tracking who withdraw or who don't withdraw. And for now, most of the users have not withdraw the Aleph token. Um, so it's something that came to us like recently. But of course, in the future, we want to double down on the gamification because right now it's really like Duolingo, but we really want to create like an internal economy on the app, in-app economy, to like incentivize people to hold tokens and to not cheat them at the first occasion that they have. So yeah, that's something we have in mind, and we will work uh, some future soon enough.
Have you guys thought of launching a token?
Yeah, we have. For now, we are building like the app, but yeah, in the future, we mostly will.
Well, I think if you really want to have like a full on like economy, then a token could fit right in, right?
Yeah.
But obviously that's probably later down the road for you guys. So if you don't have to talk too much about token right now, I just know that anytime we talk to projects, I start thinking about token. I get excited, and that's my favorite part of the
Well,
conversation.
they have to have. There, you have a couple ways. I mean, you for sure have your way of getting. I guess you have to build revenue, and you have to have the ability to give rewards out to users to encourage them to use your platform. You can get that, I assume, one way is through sponsorships. Essentially, the core team says, yeah, this is, I see how this benefits us. Community dApps, yeah, this benefits us. I'm assuming you could even go multi-chain and go to other chains and just get bigger that way. And oh, by the way, that's a huge advantage for you and even Alephium if you go on that, because then people of other ecosystems now see your ecosystem and they can learn about it. So the more dApps and the more layer ones and different ecosystems that you put on here, the bigger your user base will be. And it's a win-win for everybody that's on here. And the more popularity that you get, again, the more people that want you to integrate them. And I actually can see how you could easily scale this as long as you solve the problem of farmers and people just wrecking the the reward structure. I think that would be the biggest hurdle. But if you can get this platform to provide real value to basically community members learning and growing and boosting um the social metrics of a given project, then yeah, you have a real opportunity here to catch a lot of eyes. So yeah, what you're doing, it's smart. I can see the vision.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan. That's actually what we want to do. And every people we are talking with, they are really excited about the fact that we are multi-chain because we are able to distribute incentive in many layers, and that's a positive circle. Because if you come from Alephium and you see other chain giving rewards, so we'll maybe learn more on them also. So yeah, you really understand. You really got the point.
I think it can serve an important tool where, if I see someone who's maybe interested in getting into crypto or Alephium, or, maybe my grandma or my aunt asks me a stupid question, I can just send them to Learnify and be like, you can go there instead of me trying to struggle to explain it.
Right. uh it's always a challenge, man. It's always a challenge to get non Web3 family and friends that don't understand it at all to do we speak foreign language to them. So we have a ways to go before we can get Web2 people and masses into Web3, but we are on our way, is what I would say. People are taking notice. I mean, hey, Trump, love him or hate him, but he's giving us access, us, the Web3 people, access a way for 401k money to enter the crypto sphere. Supposedly, they're going to have. I'm assuming what that means is they're going to open up like the ETFs and ways for people to buy Bitcoin through with their 401k money. And I'm going to give you guys a hint. That's a lot of freaking money in America,
Ye-
at least with
Yeah,
retirement accounts.
that's exactly what it is. That law is going to open up 401ks, and it's going to give them the right to the opportunity to invest in cryptocurrencies because you weren't able to do that. It was deemed too risky. So this is basically going to give people that option. So and like you said, it's a lot of money. I think it's like 1.2 trillion or something. It's a lot. And even if a
Wow.
tiny percentage goes in, it'll be interesting. But at least you're giving people the option of choosing to invest in crypto with their money, which they may or they may not do. But also like what Learnify is doing, if you look at traditional finance, um, these kind of gamifying aspects, incentives to get people onboarded really do work. Whether it's Duolingo, whether it's like the Apple Health Watch, making sure you get your 3,000 steps or whatever it is, there's an impact. And as somebody who travels a lot, I mean, all of these airlines gamify things by getting you to get badges, different tiers. I'm like, I don't know, a few thousand miles away from platinum. So they're always trying to keep you loyal and keep you coming back and using these kind of tools. So I think it's good that we're applying that to Web3 and crypto. And I think Learnify, I'm excited about what they're doing because I think it's aligning incentives, and it's an easier way to get people to find out about Lithium and get them onboarded. So it's a place you can point them to instead of trying to kind of pitch it to them while they're having coffee. Point them to this website. They'll learn about Alephium and hopefully get rewarded as well for their time. So anything that aligns incentives of new users or what have you, I think it's a really huge benefit.
Agreed. Agreed. One thing
Yeah,
that I think could be maybe worth thinking about, or maybe you already thought about it, but one thing that might be interesting is if at the end of every course you could have one, two, three, four questions that basically you have to get a 75 plus percent, 80 plus percent score on, 100%, whatever you deem you want in order to unlock the rewards. So maybe that's a mechanism to keep it so that we can actually ensure people are reading and digesting. And even if, by the way, someone might say the angle is, oh, they'll just copy paste the article and get AI to tell them the answers or to explain the answers, even that's okay if people do that, because guess what? They're still forced to read and learn. So I think that'd be interesting if you could integrate something like that too.
yeah, that's actually the plan. For now, the rewards are distributed like with every by random by on every participant. So like it's a pool of rewards for now. So maybe each week you have like 1,000 users. We exclude the bots, and then a pool of rewards select randomly every new winners every week. And then we have also the super quest. So it's only a button you click, you do the action. So maybe follow blockflowDAO, go on the docs of Aura Market, stuff like this, and then you can claim rewards, and also a pool randomly gives rewards to users. But in the future, yeah, we will be able to earn rewards like Coinbase earn when you complete 80% a course with success. You get the rewards after all. But yeah, it's a really good, really cool use case because before it was not possible, and thanks to crypto, I can send $5 of Alephium for someone that just got to learn Alephium like from all around the world. So that's really cool to be able to pay people to learn.
Right, Rashad, you found a hack to be able to get us to listen to music. Is that what I'm hearing in the background?
Yeah. It could just be the background though. It could just be the background. So
No.
so so I I was just thinking one of the key things that Learnify could be, and you guys might have covered this because I've been in and out from this festival, but we have some great dApps here like ALPH, that I think Learnify would be a great collab with because ALPH is something that I think people want to use, and Learnify could basically help you go through the strategies.
Actually, we are already talking together in private message. So
Okay, that's great because one of the big things we had with ALPH was ALPH, great dApp, blue chip dApp, really interesting. The biggest issue we had is how do we educate people on using DeFi on ALPH? Because I think a lot of people were intimidated. Oh, how do I do this or what do I do with this? And we had a bunch of ideas. Do we do, educational videos? Do we do this? Do we do that? But I mean, you guys would be perfect because you're literally incentivizing somebody, giving them rewards for learning different strategies in ALPH. And then once people learn how to use ALPH, they're going to feel comfortable taking out loans, doing, using the DApp because now they've learned the basics of it and they've been incentivized to learn it by using your DApp. So to me, that's a marriage that should happen. So yeah. And obviously,
Yeah,
I think another DApp that would also potentially benefit. I think Aura is coming, but I think that's probably more user friendly because it's prediction markets. But Alpha Banks, I think the learning curve at the beginning is a bit high. Then once you get the hang of it, you're all good. So you guys could definitely solve that pain point. So yeah,
yeah,
let's make that happen.
Rashad, what I was saying, actually, we were briefly talking about this earlier, and what I basically the conclusion that I came to in my head is it doesn't really matter if a project like Aura or a DAX, whatever, if they're intuitive to use, it's another place to put your product in front of people's eyeballs.
That's
So if
true.
they
That's
want to come
absolutely
learn
true.
about Alephium, they learn about Alephium. Oh, by the way, what's Elfbanks? Oh, by the way, what's Aura? Oh, by the way, what's Elixium? Oh, by the way, like the list goes on and on and on. And then even on top of that, what we talked about is Learnify said they do have plans to go cross chain to other ecosystems, other layer ones. And even that is a huge benefit because it connects communities and you integrate with Caspa and then Caspa learns about Alephium. You integrate with whatever, anyone, right? So there's a lot of possibilities and potential for this, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
no, that's a great point. It gets your DApp in front of new eyeballs. Another thing is, like I said, Aura might be a lot more user friendly than Alfbanks, but even Aura has things that your average user might not be familiar with, like parlays. So most people understand prediction markets. I'm choosing, the Bulls to win this game, but actually parlays people might not be familiar with, right? And then when you learn parlays, you actually understand. Okay, well, I get this. I've learned how to use this and I've been rewarded for it. Let me try parlays on Aura. Let me take out a loan on Alpha Banks because I think Alpha is going to go up. Like people will learn a bunch. And like you said, it's not just for lithium. It could be super helpful for cross chain. So this could be one of the bigger kind of dApps that we have for onboarding users and giving them the skill sets to use these dApps. And the incentives are there, which is what I love the most because I think incentives drive behavior.
If you build Learnify big enough, you could essentially become like a marketing product. You could say, "Hey, this is my product. I have this many users of this many ecosystems. I'll integrate into we can integrate my DApp into your wallet and integrate your ecosystem. And when people open it, in the top right corner, there's Learnify, or we'll put it on your homepage. But there's a lot of potential with this to where you could essentially turn yourself into like a marketing company, a way to earn revenue. And I'm assuming that's kind of what your goal is. But gosh, the more I talk about this, the more I think this idea is genius.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. So I'm glad that we had these guys on, and I think the potential is there, and we'll do whatever we can to kind of help spread the word. So this is pretty exciting. I'm gonna have to sign off because I have to go to a panel, but it's been great listening to you guys. I can't wait to engage with you guys more. So thank you for having my cameo on the spaces. So Learnify, fantastic talking to you guys today.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you for the
Rashad.
energy. Thank you for the motivation. It's really great. Well, Ryan, you understand? Yeah, we understand. You understood everything about our strategy. So, what can I help you understand more? Because yeah, I guess you read us like an open book. So
You got my just I'll be honest. I thought you had a cool product and I thought I understood what it was before we had this space, but talking to you guys and thinking about it more and having open dialogue around it, I've just become a lot more bullish around the idea and what you can do for Alephium in the ecosystem. I've mentioned it, the synergies that you could have. with the core team and Squires, the new ambassador program. Seems like there's a lot of potential. The potential with ecosystem projects utilizing your platform and cross chain. Yeah. Anyway, I got more and more excited the more I thought about it, and yeah, you have it's very smart of you guys to come up with this vision and this product, and great job. I think I understand everything. I guess it's a good time now to tell everyone the password for Presence. If you go to Presence Protocol, the password is learn, LERN, all lowercase. Mint your Presence, get an NFT, and then in a few days or later today or at some point, someone will CGI, maybe, I don't know who does it, Mini Judy, I don't know who does it, but they spin a wheel. They explained to me, by the way, because I said I don't know what ecosystem token we're going to give away. They spin a wheel, wherever the wheel lands, that's the ecosystem token you'll get. Again, it'll be $20 in that ecosystem token. So yeah, go mint your Presence. Even if you don't win, you get a cool NFT to prove that you're an OG and that you were here before Alephium skyrockets into the top 100, top 50, etc. But any closing thoughts or comments from anyone in the community? Feel free to raise your hand and come up, or post a comment down below, and
What's
I'll
the
try to read
password?
it. Learn. The password is learn. LEARN. You made me think about it. I had to remember how to spell it.
There you go. Is it all caps?
All lowercase.
Okay. All
Are
right.
you doing it right now, Ron?
Yep, it is minting as we speak.
Nice.
Hey, I was just
Nice.
thinking Presence Protocol might be a good partner for Learnify because they talked about on-chain credentials. Once someone completes a course, you could maybe have some way on Presence Protocol to say, hey, I completed this course on Learnify. And then you would have an on-chain credential to prove that.
Ooh. CGI. CGI.
That's
That's your man, the man to talk to if you wanna take that conversation further.
that's a great idea. Thank you.
CGI's, I don't know if you know him, but he's in the DAO as well, FYI. But yeah, well, I don't know if he's listening, but if you're interested, we can connect you guys.
Yes, please.
So I have a question, if you guys don't mind. So we may have talked about this a little bit earlier. I might have missed it. Are you guys making revenue right now? Like do these? I know you mentioned that you were funding rewards at first out of your own pockets. Whenever someone like the Alephium team, comes to you, and they obviously pay for the rewards, do they also pay you to put Alephium on your platform, or are you? How
Yeah,
does that work?
yeah. For now, we are not making any revenue. We are living off the grants. But yeah, of course, Alephium Foundation give us grants for rewards and also grants for integrating the tech and launching the course. So yeah.
Cool.
Long-term vision, Ron. They have a long-term vision of if they can build. Guys, your challenge is to be able to mitigate farmers and bots as much as possible so that you can actually drive real metrics, a real boost in metrics on socials for these given dApps and ecosystems. If you do that, if you're able to successfully do that, the sky's the limit for revenue and what you could make. So when you come out with a token, I will buy some for that reason.
Thank you. If you have any advices, we are taking like advices and tips. So yeah, we are like trying to take this project really seriously right now, and we want to make it skyrocket, like you say, Ryan. So yeah, we are open
Yeah,
to suggestions.
we'll we'll keep. I mean, you're connected to the DAO now. CGI, they're pinging me that he's not online as of right now, but we'll definitely connect you and CGI together and see if Presence Protocol can help you at all. But yeah, hey, we're here to help. So we will try to help and try to generate ideas, and yeah, we'll support you. So I think you're off to a great start, though.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, the Alephium community was a pleasure to meet every day. So yeah, in the app, on our private message, on Twitter, like it was like really, really great community to meet. So yeah, enjoying a lot.
Great. All right. Any closing thoughts before I have to meet with my boss's boss's boss in 8 minutes? And I'm not looking forward to it, but I have to do it, and it is what it is.
One final question. Do you guys make all of this content yourselves? Like all of the educational content throughout the courses, do you guys make all of it yourself?
Great question. Actually, so yeah, the technology you are seeing is the user-facing technology. So it's the app.
Uh-huh.
But we build another technology. It's our internal software. So it's like a LMS. So it's running and controlling everything that are pushed into the app. So yeah, we built a course builder with AI. So yeah, we give him a lot of data documents, and we help him with prompts to help him understand what we want, and then he, with all the contents, he generates so we can modify and help him create better content. So yeah, actually it's us, but with the help of our AI course builder.
You gotta love AI, right?
100%. If you're not using it, you're falling behind, period.
For sure.
All right, guys. I don't see any questions below, so I think we're at a logical closing point. Ron, I truly appreciate you coming in last minute to support. Very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Learnify, it was great to officially talk to you and speak with you for the first time. Don't be a stranger. We'll stay in contact. We already have a group together with you and the DAO, so we'll leverage that. But again, thank you all. Thank you all for coming and listening to us on this beautiful, well, it's beautiful here in Michigan, Friday afternoon. But anyway, yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting us.
No problem. All right, guys, closing out. Thank you.